Right now, families are continuing to mourn, and part of that is bringing flowers and other items to this growing memorial at Robb Elementary. This area is secure, so there's barriers all around it, and you cannot go up to the memorial. But shortly after 8 a.m. this morning, families started coming up to the barriers with flowers. And because they can't get there, I've seen so many officers go up to the families, take their flowers and other items, and then bring them to the memorial. Often they'll bring a large bunch of roses, and I've seen the officers take them one by one and place them at each of the crosses of the 19 students and 2 teachers, so each person is individually remembered.
Ida has arrived, and she is in no hurry to leave. This, in fact, is just the beginning, even though New Orleans has been seeing wind and rain for hours.
President Biden announcing new protocols today for federal workers and lays out next steps to get more Americans vaccinated. The administration says more than 2 million federal workers plus contractors will need to show proof of vaccination or face strict protocols such as regular testing. The administration is also pushing for more incentives for people to get the shot. This comes as vaccination rates drop and new COVID-19 cases keep going up. Eyewitness News at 4 starts right now. As the Delta variant surges and more vaccinated people are catching the virus, the idea of a booster shot is becoming front and center. Eyewitness News reporter Jeremy Baker spoke with the experts to find out if it is time for a booster to protect yourself. Johnson & Johnson gets a green light on longer shelf life. The company says the Food and Drug Administration extended the approved shelf life of its coronavirus vaccine to 6 months when refrigerated at 36 to 46 degrees Fahrenheit. That's up from 4 months. Activists are marching for a second day on their journey to the Texas state capitol. It's part of the push for a federal voting bill. It began yesterday in suburban Austin and is scheduled to end this weekend at the state capitol. The march is the latest effort by Democrats to push voting rights reform. Texas House Democrats left the state earlier this month to block GOP-backed election laws. Governor Abbott said he will call another special session once Democrats return. Millions of Americans could be at risk of eviction in just 2 days when federal protections created during the pandemic are set to expire. President Biden says his hands are tied because of the Supreme Court decision to end it. He's now calling on Congress to extend the moratorium. With the support of 17 Republicans, the Senate voted last night to begin debate on a $1 trillion infrastructure plan. Republicans and Democrats agree a more than $500,000 investment in America's roads and bridges will grow the economy. When exactly the Senate will vote on the bill is unknown. Well, you're probably sweating, and it's no surprise we're approaching the hottest time for summer. That means rising power bills for most of us as we try to keep cool when temperatures soar. Well, we've got the secret to lowering electricity bills when the air conditioner is running all the time.
Well, it definitely is a hot day out there, Nicole.
It is pretty sweaty, and it looks like it's going to be even more sweaty for us.
Yeah.
Right now we are on day 3 without power. You can see it is pitch black out here. But now that the city's dried out just a little bit, more people are out and about. But it's really hard to do daily activities without power. In fact, many people spent most of today waiting in line for essentials. The long lines for gasoline ignite some short tempers.
The chaos at the station. I mean, the fact that there's gas available, but the confrontations you have to deal with.
Yeah.
The conflict. So I think that they need to have armed security at all the stations.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot smoother transition. But right now, your patience will be tested.
Others' patience is on empty as they wait to fill up their tanks.
There's nothing we could do about it, so we just wait it out and hope that we get some, still be some by the time we get up there.
Here's a line for a food and water giveaway. It's just as long as the line for gas. For others, the search for food is a scavenger hunt around the city.
I would never put my family through this again. Never. It's the heat, the traffic, not trying to find nothing to eat is ridiculous. It is.
It'll be a wait for power as well. Almost 800,000 people are still without electricity.
The electric provider says it could take 3 weeks to restore 90% of customers to full power. The governor is asking those who left the state to evacuate not to return because there's little to come back to.
The schools are not open, the businesses are not open, the hospitals are slammed. There's not water in your home, and there's not going to be electricity.
Time ticks by slowly for the many playing the waiting game for gas, for food, for power, for a chance to return home.
And many people are getting in line hours early before gas stations, stores, and food distribution sites open. Some finding nothing is available at the end of that line. Valentine's this year is a day for deliveries.
This has really been something different this year.
Florists like Kiki Gaskins at the Flower Bucket in San Antonio are facing both a busy holiday and bad weather.
We're ready for it.
Plans are twofold: to protect the plants
We're not giving everybody too big of a route just so that the flowers don't get frozen in the car.
and protect their people.
We prepare them ahead of time. We're like, okay, this road starts to get slick, pull over.
She says the phone hasn't stopped ringing, not just with orders, but with worried customers who want to make sure their flowers will arrive on time. She wants to cut off those concerns.
They will be there. We promise. We're getting it out there as fast as possible. If any hiccups happen, we are calling our customers as soon as they happen.
Meanwhile, Ray's Pizza on McCarty Road is also getting ready for the rush.
And what better food to get on a freezing day than some hot pasta and pizza and everything. Excellent comfort food.
Owner Charbel Nader says he expects to see 50% more orders than a normal weekend. The food will be ready to arrive no matter how cold outside.
Of course, if the weather's bad and the roads are bad, expect longer wait times. The drivers have to be super careful on the roads. No pizza's worth really crashing or going crazy over.
Nicole joins us live now from Ray's Pizza on the north side. Nicole, what can people do to make sure their deliveries order on time?
It's Valentine's Day weekend, so give your delivery drivers who come with pizza, food, and flowers a little bit of extra love. It looks like the worst of the winter weather will hit at the end of the holiday weekend, so most deliveries should make it to you in time. But have a little extra patience this weekend because no matter what the weather, it's going to be busy for food and flower delivery drivers. Nicole Kahn, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Nicole. And